નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. Adarsh Education Society welcomes you all here.
Dear student friends, we'll move ahead with lesson number 6 in our English grammar. What's there? That we'll think first. The topic is adverb. As it is, I have written adverb in that way only. Something is addition to verb, that is adverb. Simple, very simple. But till now, whatsoever we have completed with time, whatsoever we have completed with the place, whatsoever we have completed with the manner, leave it. Now we are here with the frequency. The word frequency you know well because it is from your science content. So that I'll not discuss in detail frequency. But one thing is there. Suppose that if you are told to find out adverbs of frequency, how you will find it out? Very simple. You will ask two questions. How often or how many times? Any question you form in your mind, any sentence you form in your mind, and whatsoever answer you will write for frequency, that word or a phrase, is adverb with frequency. The same thing is written here, a word or a phrase. One simple question I have written here. Have you come here? આપણે તો ગિરનારની નજીક જ છે. ગિરનાર જોઈને આપણું દિલ ખુશ થઈ જાય. પછી હું તમને પૂછું, have you come here before this? આની પહેલા ક્યારે તમે આવ્યા છો? Now whatsoever answer you will tell me, whatsoever answer you will give me, that answer would be always adverbs of frequency. What answer you will say? Often. Dhoraji na Junagadh gyano dur છે. Often I have visited, we have visited. Sometimes when we are free, we'll come and we will enjoy it. Never. આવડો ઊંચો પહાડ પગ નીકળી જાય ખબર પડે? Never. Never is with negation, and yet negation is with frequency. Forever. Never indicates negative sense, and yet it indicates frequency. Occasionally, when we are free, we will be here. Once in a blue moon. What is this? Once in a blue moon. That is a phrase. That's never, occasionally, often, sometimes. Word which is adverb with frequency. But here, once in a blue moon is what? That's a phrase. Because cluster of words where there is no chance of we. That is a phrase. Next to that, usually, off and on. Usually ઉપર મારો ચોપડી. Like often, off and on. So many times. Yeah, the same thing. So many times. What is this so many times? It's a phrase. The same you have written often. Often is equal to so many times. But if you have used often, this is a word. If you have used so many times, that is a phrase. Got the idea? Next to that, once in a blue moon, once again phrase. Usually, annually, once in a year. How many times you face annual examination? Annual examination word itself shows annually. વર્ષમાં એક જ વાર હોય ને, આપણે 5 years પ્લાનમાં નથી, 10th standard ની 5 વાર દેવી પડે. 5 years plan આપણો નથી. What the idea? Next to that, once in a year. What is annually? Annually is equal to once in a year. પણ જો તમને એવું કીધું હોય, કોઈ એક સેન્ટેન્સ છે, કોઈ એક પેરેગ્રાફ છે, એમાં એન્યુઅલી પણ યુઝ કરેલું છે, વન્સ ઇન અ યર બે યુઝ કરેલા છે. જો તમને એવું કીધું છે, find out adverb with frequency in a word. Find out adverb in frequency in a phrase. જો a word લખ્યું છે, then you will write annually. પણ જો phrase કીધું છે તો once in a year. What is this once in a year? Once in a year is a phrase. Annually is a word. Simple. After all, whatsoever words, phrase I have written here, what it indicates? Frequency. કંઈ નથી કરવાનું, માત્ર ને માત્ર એટલું જ જુઓ, how often or how many times, how often or how many times this question you ask to the verb. And whatsoever answer you will give, whatsoever answer you will write, or whatsoever answer you will read, that would be adverbs of frequency. Another one. Whenever you are with the digit, basic વસ્તુ અહીંયા છે, frequency. So that digit ની અંદર જ્યારે તમે કોઈ જવાબ આપો છો, that would be always adverb of frequency. અહીંયા ધ્યાન રાખજો. Once is equal to one time. Twice, 2 times. Thrice, 3 times. Once, twice, thrice, it's okay. After that, 4. 4 would be 4 times. In this way, whatsoever digits you are having with the frequency, for writing also you will keep this in your mind. 1 time, 2 times. It's better to write once or twice. 3 times, it's not wrong. If you have written 1 time, if you have written 2 times, if you have written 3 times, that's not wrong. But once, twice, thrice, that is better. Then afterwards, 4 times, we are helpless to use it. Then we will use the same thing. So that when you are having number with frequency, that would be always adverbs with frequency. Suppose that if I'll ask you this question, have you seen this film? You will say yes. How many times? Frequency. If I ask you, have you seen this film? You will say yes. And then afterwards I'll ask you, when? And if you will reply that adverb will be different one. Then you will not be here with the adverb with frequency. If I'll ask you this question, have you seen this film? You will say yes, and then afterwards I'll ask you how many times. Then afterwards, whatsoever answer he will give you, that answer with number, with frequency is equal to adverbs with frequency. Got the idea? In this way, I'll send you PDF of the same lesson, of the same chapter, and I'll give you in detail idea about this in PDF with identity of phrase or a word concerning with adverbs of frequency. Here also I'll give you time 3 to 5 seconds, have a screenshot, write down whatsoever you prefer in your book so that it can be a shortcut key for you, and this can be a ready reckoner to prepare adverbs with frequency. What the idea? Just you have a glance with the same, write it down. Next time we'll move ahead with the next topic.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for joining us.